Hey guys, Rob here, back again with another video. Wasn't really planning on doing this one, but I've been hearing the chatter. I've been hearing the whispers in the wind, and it just isn't the pumpkin spice iced coffee speaking to me. Hey Rob, I love you. Oh, I love you, pumpkin spice. You look so sexy with your iced coffee self. Let me just get a good kiss it. Sorry guys. I get a little excited about my iced coffee. But real talk, let's talk serious here. There's been a lot of talk about, like, was it a missed opportunity not having Bruce Banner's Hulk in the Captain America Brave New World? Like, it would make sense if the Hulk showed up, helped Sam defeat Red Hulk, defeat Ross. Like, it would make so much more sense, and it was just a missed opportunity. And I don't really see it that way. Like, I think we can all look at it and go, hey, that would be really cool. But then for me personally, I think it just takes away from Sam's character. It's like Sam would then become a secondary character in his own movie. And that is a problem. We've seen movies before in the past where, like, a co-star or a co-character becomes the star of the movie. Like, for example, Kick-Ass. Like, the first Kick-Ass movie was absolutely phenomenal, but Aaron Taylor Johnson in the Kick-Ass character became a secondary character to Hit Girl, who stole the show, and she was the main. By the end of it, she was the one everybody talked about. So the last thing you want to do is have Mark Ruffalo's Hulk come in and defeat Red Hulk. That would make Sam absolutely useless within his own movie. This is already a movie where he's questioning himself, questioning should he have taken the super serum. Like he's questioning that part of his life. Like, maybe I should have took the super serum. I can't do this. And to have the Hulk just come in and save the day, to me, that would just completely undermine the character and the story that they built for Sam in this movie. Like, if you want to say, hey, they should have had an end credit scene where Sam is talking to Bruce about the situation, then fine, absolutely. But we don't even really know what's going on with Bruce at this point, because let's not forget, Bruce has a son or something. I don't know if he's back in space, he's back on Earth, I don't know. I didn't watch the She-Hulk show, stopped after the second episode. But by introducing Bruce into Brave New World, it just will completely undercut Sam Wilson. The whole point of this movie, and the one thing you can say about this, right? Do I wish they would add Sharon Carter and Nick Fury and all that? Sure, I still really wish they would have introduced those characters, because there's still stories about those characters in the Captain America world that we didn't resolve, especially Sharon Carter. But the one thing you can absolutely say is they had faith and Anthony Mackie, because he stood on his own in this movie. Other than Harrison Ford and Red Hulk, this dude was on his own on Sam Island, and I personally think he knocked it out of the park. The more I think about this movie, the more I enjoyed it. I already really, really like this movie, but the more I think about it, the more I like it for the choices that they made. Now, I can sit there and say, hey, maybe Liv Tyler should have came in toward the end, and she was like, basically do the thing where, like, the sun's getting real low, big guy, sort of like Black Widow did for the Hulk. Like, it would have made a lot of sense, because they already set it up in the context of the movie where Ross is trying to have that connection with his daughter. He has that phone call, and then, hey, she's at the rally, or maybe we don't even see her at the rally, but she tries to show up, like, unsuspectedly. He starts hulking out. Sam is holding his own, and then, hey, Liv shows up, and the Hulk either gets distracted and Sam can take him down, or he starts to mellow out and go back to being Ross. Now, you could argue the same thing that I just did. Well, by having Betty there, it's sort of the same situation as the Hulk, where it kind of undercuts Sam, and Sam isn't the one that really defeated him. But at the same point, did anybody ever really defeat the Hulk? I'm talking about Bruce Banner's Hulk. Has anybody ever really defeated the Hulk? I mean, you had Iron Man in an Iron Buster suit completely get whacked by Bruce, and it took Scarlett Johansson to be like, hey, guy, big guy, maybe I'm wrong. It's been forever since I watched Age of Ultron. Did he actually beat the Hulk? Well, anyway, I don't know. All I know is the sun's getting real low. So, you could have introduced Liv Tyler, Betty Brant in there, and she could have been the one to kind of talk him down. But at the end of the day, I think the choices that they made was fine. I didn't leave the theater going, hey, we needed Bruce in this movie, or hey, you know what, it would have made a whole lot of sense? Betty Brant showing up and just completely down talking him down. At the end of the day, this movie took a chance. They put Anthony Mackie front and center and said, hey, we want you to be the main star of this movie, and you got to really appreciate the balls it took to do that. You know, even Steve Rogers, even Chris Evans had Nick Fury, Scarlett Johansson, and all these other actors in his movies to help push it forward. Anthony Mackie stood on his own, and I think they delivered a solid film. Even with the reshoots, this is still a very solid film. I would take this movie over a third of the Phase 4, Phase 5 movies, without a shadow of a doubt. I would take this movie over a lot of Phase 2, a lot of Phase 3. I would take this movie over the first Captain America movie. I would take this movie over about half the MCU movies, because I think it's a solid film for what they were trying to do, and I appreciate that. I think by introducing the Hulk into this movie completely takes away anything that Sam was doing in this movie. And not only that, let's not forget also that even though there's elements from plot points that were in the Incredible Hulk, this is not an Incredible Hulk movie. Bruce doesn't really fit anywhere in this movie. Everything that happens in the context of this movie with Red Hulk, with the leader, that's all political stuff. That's all stuff with the government. That's all the outcome of the events that Ross has done in the Incredible Hulk. This isn't an Incredible Hulk movie. This is a government movie with Captain America. And at the end of the day, I think it worked perfectly for the story that they were telling. And I think by introducing Hulk, it just would have completely undermined Anthony Mackie's character, and he would then become a secondary character within his own movie. But that's just my thoughts on it, guys. Love to know what you guys think. I'm just one guy with a microphone trying out his new camera. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Love you guys. Till next time. As always, I'm Robert Storms. That's my opinion.